morning student, welcome to GYANJYOTI online classes. Today in this video we will learn about the water and its importance. Okay, so student, in our previous video we have learned about the water and its importance. Okay, so we already learned about surface water and groundwater. Okay, student, we also learn that different process of the water cycle. Okay, that evaporation, condensation, transpiration, precipitation. Okay, so student, now today in this video we will read about the cloud formation, cloud formation and drought, floods and water conservation and rainwater harvesting. Okay, so student, now we are going to discuss about the cloud formation. Okay, so student, I already told you about the process of evaporation and condensation. So mainly in this process, the cloud formation, what will happen in this process we will observe. Okay, so student, the process cloud formations mainly when the temperature rises in our environment, the particles of air that move away from the rises up towards the atmosphere and mix with the air that temperature will be rises and the air that light. Okay, so student, the rises in the atmosphere. Okay, the air rises at atmosphere. So what will happen? This air mix with the vapor. Okay, so that vapor that begin to cool. Okay, so student, that cool that water will condense. Okay, so next that water will condense, and the condensation process means the vapor convert into that water. Okay, so student, that the particle present, the dust particle present in the atmosphere, so that tiny droplet water mix with the vapor. Okay, so student, this make the cloud. Okay, so now we will discuss about the cloud formations and stepwise. Okay, so step of cloud formations. Okay, so student, mainly first step, water vapor present in air. Okay, so student, you already know about the water vapor that present in air. Okay, second step, warm air along with water vapor and rises in the atmosphere. Okay, student, warm air means when the temperature will increases. Okay, that along with water vapor rises. Okay, water vapor rises in the atmosphere. Okay, so what will happen next step? Water vapor condenses on the dust particles. Third step, water vapor condenses on the dust particle to form tiny droplets of water. Okay, so student, this tiny droplets of water, that several tiny droplets come together to form a cloud. Okay, so student, that cloud form, these all are the stepwise process of cloud formations. Okay, student, so how the cloud formations, and we will already that observed the stepwise. Okay, so student, now we come the another process that the when the water or rain water that cannot hold, what will happen, that form the drought. Okay. Okay, student, now we come the drought. What is drought? Or no rain. Okay, drought and no rain. Okay, so student, when the no rain, okay, when rainfall that cannot happen, so what will happen? The drought fall. Okay, so student, mainly in India, okay, so the India mainly the drought countries. Okay, so worstly affected by the drought. Okay, so student, as in our country that 19% of its area is always that under the drought condition. Okay, student, also about 12% of its population is permanently under the effect of drought. Okay, so student, permanently that drought prone areas include northwestern parts, that the third desert area. Okay, third desert area. Okay, that the central part of that peninsular plateau, southern and UP, Uttar Pradesh also, and some of the parts of Andhra Pradesh, that the drought area. Okay, so student, these area mostly affected by the drought. Okay, so as well as in animal, the plant also affected by the drought. Okay, so student, wild animal also affected by the drought. Okay, so student, mainly the whole that life, plants and animals all affected by the drought. So what will happen? What is the causes of the drought? Okay, so mainly the climatic conditions that are responsible for the drought. Okay, so mainly climatic conditions and other human activities like pollution, and that also the drought conditions that responsible for drought. Okay, so impact, what is the effect of drought? Okay, so student, mainly the no rain when happen, or the rainfall not happen, mainly the crop failures. Okay, and also the shortage of water, that animals that bring great misery to people and animals in areas affected by drought. Okay, so student, the economic stability. Okay, so student, the economic stabilities of the region, and second, and people become weak and physically and also psychologically. Okay, student, so what will happen when the drought that caused, and what is the impact of for people and plants? Okay, so student, mainly the drought that people become mainly affected by weak and physiologically weak and psychologically also weak. Okay, so student, this impact that when the destruction of natural habitations, okay, that including does in aquatic ecosystem. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem, student, that the relation between animals and their environment. Okay, so what is ecosystem? The relation between animals and their environment that mostly affected by drought. Okay, so student, that animals also natural environment also affected by that drought. Okay, so student, migration of human beings and animals away from drought ravaged area put great stress at the place they migrate to. Okay, so student, mostly by the drought, the environment or ecosystem will also affect by the drought. Okay, the plant as well as animals also. Okay, so student, next flood, the another natural disaster, we can say also one type of flood, and drought one type of natural disaster. Okay, so student, when the no rain, that is called drought, when the excessive rain, okay, when what will happen, the excessive rain, that the flood theory is a worldwide phenomenon. Okay, and its gravest effects are experienced in South and the Southeast Asia, that mainly the two countries affected by the floods, that India and Bangladesh. Flood. Okay, so excessive rain, when the excessive rain, the mainly affected by two countries, that India and Bangladesh. Okay, that South Asia countries, South Asian country. Okay, so student, mainly the Bangladesh is a country that westly that affected by floods and has 50% of all that dead due to the flood. Okay, in our country mainly the state Assam and West Bengal that present the Ganga river and Brahmaputra. Okay, so when the joint line of Ganga and Brahmaputra, mainly that country of Bangladesh. Okay, so in this that coastal area, that floods will mainly happen. Okay, so student, what is the causes of the flood? Okay, so when the abnormally high rain in the that catchment area of a river or other water body, that bursting of clouds and bridges in embankment of rivers and dams and canals are reservoirs. Okay, and deposition of sediments in rivers and stream beds, cyclic rainfall. Okay, so surface water level increases due to landslide in hilly areas, mainly found in our that Uttarakhand state. Okay, so student, deforestation and shifting of cultivation, that main causes of the floods. Okay, so student, man-made causes mainly occurs, that the deforestation and shifting of cultivations. Okay, so what is the shifting of cultivation? That when the people cultivate a particular area and they move, they migrate another particular area for the purpose of agriculture, that is the shifting cultivations. Okay, that is the main cause of floods. Okay, so student, also the deforestation, when the cutting of tree, that again and again, that what will happen, the disaster like floods will happen. Okay, so student, what is the impact of floods? Okay, so mainly plants and animals that affected by the floods. Okay, so student, that floods cause heavy loss of human beings as well as plants and animals. Okay, and mainly the affect their life, okay, and property. Okay, student, also the floods affect the agriculture and that parts agriculture, mainly the agriculture part. Okay, so student, also spread up that epidemics like different disease cholera, diarrhea, skin disease, and also other disorder is common after the floods water resides. Okay, so student, also the flood affect mainly soil erosion, that destruction and landscape and natural habitations, and pollution of the water bodies are other ill effect of floods. Okay, so student, this is the causes and impact of floods. Okay, now we come conservation of water. How do we conserve the water? Okay, so student, now we come conservation of water. So student, we can use different method to conserve water. Okay, so student, conservation of water or conserve water. So how can we conserve water? That is the main important point nowadays. Okay, because pollution that increases in our day-to-day life, different type of pollution, that the air pollution, water pollution, and also noise pollution. So student, water pollution, that the main parts or that main effect nowadays. Okay, so student, so how do we conserve water? That is the important point. Okay, student, water conservation or conservation of water. So student, how can we conserve water? Okay, so mainly we know about that the small percentage of that of total available water in the planet. Okay, so student, this is our responsibility, that how can we use water and how we can conserve the water for our future need. Okay, so student, different method we can use to conserve water. Okay, so first, that method, do not keep the tap water running. Okay, so student, that do not keep the tap water running. Okay, so student, next point, that use a bucket and mug instead of a shower bath. Okay, so student, you have to always use the bucket and mug. Okay, or always, you should always try to that keep the tap when the water running. Okay, so student, next, that prevent overflow of water tank. So student, you have to always that determine your house and your areas, always try to prevent overflow. Okay, so student, next, spread awareness about conservation of water by the media and wall poster. So student, you have to always try. Okay, so how to conserve water? So you have to always spread awareness about the water conservation, because it is important for us and important for our future to conserve water. Okay, so student, spread awareness about conservation of water, that you can all use media and wall poster. Okay, nowadays that YouTube famous for every people. So student, you have to try some small video about the conservation of water. You have to always try the water conservation. Okay, so student, plant more trees. Okay, so student, you have to try always reforestation. Okay, and plant more and more trees. Okay, that this prevent the plant more trees. So what will happen? This climate, okay, and the climate or also the rain, that the water cycle will always better. Okay, so student, build more dams. Okay, so when we that build more dams, that what will happen? The dams will prevent drought as well as floods. Okay, so student, reduce water pollution. Okay, so that is the another causes that when we try to reduce water pollution, and that what will happen? This reduce water pollution, that be important for conservation of water. Okay, and harvest rainwater. So student, always you have to try how to rainwater harvest. So student, mainly that urban area, they use the different technique to conserve the water. Okay, so that is the rainwater conservation. Okay, so student, harvest rainwater. Always you have to try rainwater harvest. Okay, so all these are important for you. Okay, conservation of water. Okay, student, now we come rainwater harvesting. How do we harvest rainwater? Okay, student, now we come to the rainwater harvesting. Okay, so student, how do we conserve or rainwater harvest? Okay, so student, what is the meaning of rainwater harvesting? Okay, so when collection of rainwater from surface on which rain falls and storing it for future use is called rainwater harvesting. Okay, student, so we collect rainwater from surface. Okay, from surface on which rain falls and storing. That is the main point, storing. Okay, so it for future use. So student, when we conserve the rainwater and we can use for our need, and mainly we will use future. Okay, so student, that is called rainwater harvesting. Okay, so student, rainwater harvesting mainly two ways. Okay, that surface runoff harvesting. Surface runoff harvesting. Okay. Next, that rooftop, that harvesting. Okay, rooftop rainwater harvesting. So student, the surface runoff harvesting mainly when urban area, when the water, rainwater, that we can use them different drain and other activities, that we can conserve the surface runoff water. Okay, so mainly when the rainfall on urban area, the water always flow on the surface. Okay, so student, we can use, okay, we can use the drain, some of pipe that the reach the ground level of water. So that's why the ground water, that level are also increased. Okay, so the surface runoff harvesting, that is the process, surface runoff harvesting. Okay, next, that the rooftop rainwater harvesting. Okay, so student, in this system, the rainwater is collected when the fall on the roofs. Okay, so student, of different buildings and house, we can use that and we can send some of storage tank through pipes. Okay, and this tank may be underground or placed or on the ground. So this type of tank may be underground when this is the house. Okay, so student, we collect the rainwater on the surface of roof. Okay, so student, that roof surface we joint a pipe. Okay, we collect the another tank. Okay, the rainwater we collect the tank, and also we that put the a pipe to ground level. Okay, so when the rainwater fall on the roof, that they come to ground level. Okay, and ground level water will increase. This is the rainwater that roofed up water, rainwater harvesting. Okay, so student, also this collection of water needs to be filtered before use. So student, we can use this water, tank water, by the different method. We can use that filtration process. We can use chlorine tablet, okay, and bleaching powder. So that's why we can put bleaching powder or that chlorination. The process of chlorination means when we put the chlorine tablets, they filter the water. Okay, and then we can use them. Okay, so student, now this is the main process of rainwater harvesting. Okay, so student, this level also the rooftop rainwater harvesting that increase the groundwater. Okay, now we come water pollution. What is water pollution? So student, in our day-to-day life, we can observe many water pollutions. Okay, many causes that cause the mainly water pollutions. So when the abnormality of water, okay, and water pollution. Student, so you know about the different causes of water pollution. Okay, so student, mainly we can observe the water, okay, that safeguard our fresh water from pollution. Okay, so student, mainly garbage and harmful chemicals pollute water and make it unfit for use. So some of the industries, okay, they mainly the polluted water that form mainly industries and some of the chemical factories. And student, in our village areas that pond different animals that put them, and also some of the main causes of water that the agricultural use. Okay, so some of the chemical that pesticide, insecticide. Okay, some of the chemicals that also cause the water pollution. So student, mainly polluted water that very harmful for us, because the in case of especially pond water, that the polluted water cause the animals and as well as plants. Okay, that zooplankton and phytoplankton. Phytoplankton, that different types of plants, and zooplankton, that different types of tiny animals. Okay, so student, mainly water pollution that cause the harm the small animals, okay, as well as small plants. Okay, so student, some of the effect that cause the mainly when the humans consume of that contaminated fish, that they are also put a risk of different disease. Okay, so student, you know about the different disease that the mainly causes by water pollution. Okay, so that cholera and different type of water disease. Okay, so student, this is the water pollution. So how do we control water pollution? Okay, so student, water conservation, that the we can use water conservation that decrease the pollution. Okay, so student, mainly you have to see water conservation, that the main point for you for how to conserve the water. Okay, so student, this is your chapter, that water and its importance. Okay, so we have already learned about different types of groundwater. Okay, that fresh water, sea water, that salty water, and lake water. Also we learn about the groundwater. Okay, so student, in this chapter we have also learned about the different process of water cycle. Okay, that is the evaporation, condensation, that precipitation, and also the loss of water or release of water from plants, that is transpiration. Okay, so student, we have also learned that the hill, snow, and water vapor. Okay, so student, that we have also learned that the drought, then floods, and also how to conserve water, and we also learn that the rainwater harvesting. Okay, so student, lastly we have also learned that the pollution. Okay, mainly water pollution, and there are different causes. So student, this is your chapter that 15 completed. Next we will learn next chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.